Hi, how are you doing? My name is Marina. Nice to see you clicking on my thumbnail to watch this video. Long time no swatching, How come so? I don't know. This is even my favorite kind of video to watch. Lovely Alice Lim sent me a dot card of White Nights granulating watercolors. I prepped my usual swatch cards, so let's see if the results of swatching will make me buy any tube. Today I'm filming in the daylight, and I have corrected the white balance in the hopes the colors will look true to themselves. I will also scan the swatch cards, so stay till the end to see if the colors lose their vibrancy when dried or not. The first color is dark blue shadows. It's a mix of PBK 11 and PB 15:6. It should remind us of lunar blue, or these were the intentions, I guess. I'm adding lots of water to see the granulation. The second color is blue shadows. Same Mars black, but mixed with ultramarine blue this time. So here we have two granulating pigments. Next one is sky blue shadows. Again PBK 11, but with cobalt blue. If the first two blues almost everyone has in their collection and can try mixing by themselves, the cobalt blue is an expensive pigment and brands rarely add it to their palettes. Then we have Blue Mist, made of PB29 and PG7. Such a basic mix that it's really underwhelming seeing it here. If the first attempt of recreating the ultramarine turquoise was not enough, here we have another one, that is the aquamarine mist. Same thing, but contains more PG7. Why would they need to have them both in the mist collection? Why not to mix a granulating violet with PG7 instead? Who knows? The second row starts with Cobalt Mist, the mix I'm really curious about. Unfortunately, it's hard to get a strong color. The shade is lovely though. I was surprised seeing PBK 7 in so many mixes. It's the black I don't use at all. I think it makes everything dirty in a bad way. Maybe I need to explore it more. Then we have Grey-Blue Mist, ultramarine mix with the same black we saw previously. I'm not against black colors in watercolor in general. Might even make a chart to see how each of PBK behaves with granulating blues, for example. Next color is Chromium Cobalt Mist. This one is not a promising mix. Two of the murkiest pigments White Nights offer, in my opinion. If you're a beginner and need a recipe for a failure, then mix your colors with their chromium oxide green. From the violet shadows, I expect the dusk violet dark tone and intensity. PV23 is new to White Nights. Okay, this is not what I thought to see. Something didn't go as planned. The last one in the second row is Violet Mist, PB29, PG17 and PR187. I would suggest White Nights to add a Viridian in their line before attempting of recreating the moon glow. As for the red pigment in this mix, I don't actually know if PR187 is more light fuzz than PR177. The third row starts with Lilac Mist, a classic compound violet loved by many, PB29 and PR122. If you don't have PR122, try mixing ultramarine with PV19. Hematite Mist is the color I want to buy. No jokes, I didn't expect it to be so nice. We'll see how it dries, but for now it's so beautiful. I think they mixed Caput Mortuum with ultramarine blue. English Red is another paint on PR 101 in White Nights line. Green Shadows is another dusk green. I'm surprised that White Nights didn't mix a yellow with Mar Black as well. Or PV19 or PR 122 for this matter. Taiga Mist gets my second place on the top. Very beautiful dark green color. It's made of PBR7 and PB15:3. White Night has raw sienna, burnt sienna and burnt umber on PBR7. I wonder why they didn't use their Mars Brown in any mixes. For a long time they didn't have it in a tube form, and it's difficult to rewet in a pen. If you tried it in both forms, please let me know how they compare. Finally, the last color. Grey Pink Mist is a twin of Violet Mist. Which one do you think is the best match for Moonglow and or Pshibish Grey? The sun did me dirty. How can it hide behind the mountains when I'm still filming? Luckily it was the last color. And here are all of them side by side, almost ready to be scanned. I didn't expect much from these colors, because White Nights is not my favorite brand. I know they are affordable, but you get what you pay for. Their cobalt is notoriously cloudy. The amount of cobalt pigment is definitely lesser than in the paints of other brands, whose paints cost more. The ultramarine doesn't granulate as impressively as the schminky one in this kind of mixes. I didn't try their new Mars Black, but I heard people in Russia prefer to get Van Gogh version instead, even if it's much pricier there. I see many people hyping up White Nights watercolors, and I agree that in the swatching phase their colors might look bright and vivid, but I noticed that the final paintings look duller than the ones done with more expensive paints. Water after painting with White Nights looks more dirty, kinda cloudy. Also, if you try mixing colors, you are more likely getting a muddy mix. And don't get me wrong, I like moody colors, and I'm not chasing highly saturated pure colors in my paintings. I think they don't disclose some additives or their binder is of low quality. And I don't even want to start on their tubes that are half empty or half full, depending on how positive you are. And the air bubbles in their pens. So even if you pay for a full pen, the amount of paint inside might equal to one of a half pen. Their earth colors are horrendous. I don't get how everyone can produce a decent ochre and they fail it. The Prussian blue that you need to dig out of the pen, oh my god, I better stop here. I understand that sometimes it's difficult to resist when the tube costs so little and the color is attractive. But you know what? Get instead Rosa tubes and make these convenience mixes by yourself. They don't cost much, you will get better results, you can adjust the hue of the paint, and you won't support a company that pays taxes in Russia. I think you have already understood that I won't be buying any of these tubes, but I'm still very grateful for the possibility to swatch and see these colors. They inspired me to do some mixes, and in the next days I will roam through my watercolor stash, see what I can find and mix. I do have a lot of White Nights watercolors, almost all of which were used in these 15 granulating mixes. Are you interested to see me recreating these colors with White Nights or with any other brand of watercolors? I am mostly interested in seeing the cobalt mixes and in recreating Hematite Mist and Taiga Mist. Big thanks to Alice for sending me this dot card. I will link her review of these paints below. And thank you for watching. Have a painterly day. Bye bye!